Okay, sorry. Oh my god. The first time I tried to record my intro, it was flipped the other way, and that's not how I would like to record my videos. But welcome back to my bedroom. Today, I kind of just want to do like a blue-ish get ready with me. Kind of like a no liner look, because often I realize that I don't really... eyeliner is like my safe haven for makeup in general, and so I never really experiment outside of that little box. And so today I kind of wanted to see what I can do just in terms of like my artistry, or like my testing my own skill basically, because I want to do kind of like blue and then black, but kind of like in a wing-ish shape. But today is more kind of just like a vent, get ready with me update in my life, because geez, a lot has happened. Literally every single day this week, I have like kind of almost cried on a shift, or I did cry on a shift, but it's mostly just because I feel like there are a lot of things outside of my life that I can't control. And as someone who like grew up, you know, in like a semi-abusive household, it always feels like everything is out of my control, but despite it being out of my control, it feels like it's my fault as well. And I'm, you know, a little, not necessarily like it is a bad way of thinking. It's not, I want to kind of just get out of the habit of victimizing myself in a way, because one of my friends on my 21st birthday, like he took me out for drinks and things like that, and I was just like I was crying about things because we were having a deep conversation, and he's like, you always victimize yourself in the situation, you know, like you're not always the victim, you know, like stop thinking that way. And I didn't really know what to say to that, and I just started crying because that's not something you want to hear on your birthday, but it's also kind of like a like it makes sense, you know, because I feel like some things that are out of my control are still my fault regardless. And it's not that I have a victim complex, you know, I'm trying, as I get older, especially as I get older, I'm trying to, you know, take responsibility for the things that are going on in my life. I'm trying to realize that, one, not everything is my fault, and that is totally valid. And two, that there are things out of my control that I just can't do anything about. And it's unfortunate, and this is a sad realization that life doesn't always go the way that we want it. And it's a hard pill to swallow because, you know, a lot of us want things to go a certain way. We want things to be better. We want things to feel good and be good. But sometimes that's not the way things go. And it hurts. It hurts a lot, you know, because I want everything to be okay. I want to feel like I have control over my life. I don't want to let my mental illness win. I don't want to feel like I'm losing in my own life I don't want to feel like I'm in a constant losing battle with my own brain, you know, because everything I do, regardless of like what the context is in, I feel like a failure, you know, like I don't have a certain amount of subscribers, or I'm not doing the best that I can at work, or like I'm still training and learning at work. It just feels like regardless of how hard I try and how much work I put into anything, it feels like I am never good enough, or that I'm never doing enough, or that I constantly have to be doing, you know, I have to be editing, or I have to be, you know, trying to work on my mental health, or trying to just be better and do better. But it's also like I have to look internally and realize, hey, I'm putting a lot of stress on myself, and it's not healthy to constantly be under stress so much where like I can't even function outside of work. I can't even function when I come home. I can't even do basic chores. And I know that like some of y'all may relate to this, some of y'all may not, but I don't know, it just feels like I need to say it, because once I say something, it feels real, it feels visceral, it feels tangible. And I know like you didn't come to hear this, you know, you came to see me do makeup, and you wanted a chill video, and I apologize for that. Sorry, I don't have a therapist, so this is kind of just like me ranting, but I don't want to overshare as well. I don't want to overshare. I just want to make it known how I've been feeling, and how like I don't want people to be like, oh no, but you do this and that. Like, you don't have to give me pity. You don't even have to give me empathy or sympathy. You know, you came for makeup, and I'm giving you things that you didn't want to hear, you know, which is fine, which is valid. I just feel like I can't sit here and do my makeup and pretend that everything's okay, because, you know, I've had a bad work week. I literally fell at work and I ate shit and it hurt. And I talked to my boss about how I was feeling and about things were going in my life, because I really sincerely felt that there were some things out of my control. And he was like, hey, that's just how life is, and you're trying, and that's enough. That I'm trying, and that you're trying, and that we're trying to be better, and we're trying to do better. And that's a step forward in itself. It's not like everything is lost and everything is gone and everything is hopeless, because I'm trying, and even though it's a learning process, and trying is only the first step, because then it's like coping, then it's like working on actually being better, and it's doing those chores, and it's making time to edit, and it's making time to put more effort into my YouTube channel. It's making more time to clean up my room, because you can't see it, but I can see it. My room is a fucking disaster. I'm a 23-year-old adult, and I can't even do the basic things to take care of myself. And it's not even like just taking care of myself, like, oh, I'm being fed, or I'm drinking water. I can't even keep my apartment clean. And again, it's probably a symptom of, just trauma, or putting so much strain on myself that I don't even want to do anything. I just want to be on the internet. I just want to watch YouTube videos. And that's like a coping mechanism of, a form of escapism that I've adopted since I was a teenager. And it's just falling back on bad habits, and I don't want to continue to fall back on bad habits. I want to try to be more positive about it, to do something different. And I think that's what I'm struggling with, is that I keep falling into the same routine of bad habits, or of habits that aren't helpful, unhealthy habits, because they're not necessarily bad. It's just that I'm not putting my attention toward things. I'm not putting my attention towards more important things. And granted, there's a lot of important things in my life. My cat, my YouTube, my work, my mental health, my physical health. There's a lot of important things going on. And I don't want it to feel like there's a hierarchy of things, because there's not. Everything that I do, and everything that you do as well, is important. So it's kind of just, all that to say is just that I feel I always tend to fall in a cycle, and I'm realizing that cycle is very unhealthy. And it's a disservice to myself, because I want to do better and be better. And I can say that until my face turns blue, as the color of my eyeshadow right now. But if I don't act upon it, if I don't actually try to break the cycle and break the habits, and going to therapy helps, but right now I can't afford therapy. I just started my job. I have to find other means to do better and be better, and try to not necessarily facilitate my needs, but to begin to organize my life into a manageable routine, to where I don't feel like I'm constantly at war with myself, that I'm not constantly fighting myself or beating myself up that I'm not doing X, Y, and Z, or that I'm not doing enough, because it never feels like enough, anything that I do. It always feels like the bare minimum, and I don't want to feel that way, because I'm putting effort into things. I am trying, but again, it's like my brain won't let me realize that hey, I'm actually going through a lot right now, and it's hard. It's really hard to break that habit and break that cycle. And I feel like some of my viewers, or some of y'all, if you can be vocal in the comments if you want, that it's something that I feel like is typical of people who have depression, or typical of people who are trying to outgrow their trauma, or who are trying to work with their trauma. It's hard. It's difficult, and it's that much more harder as well when you're doing it on your own, or you're doing it without the aid of therapy. So kudos to everyone who is working on being the best version of themselves. Because I can sit here and I can be optimistic, and I can try to say, oh yeah, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z, but if I have nothing to show for X, Y, and Z, if I sit on here and another day has passed, another week has passed, and my room is still a mess, and I'm still saying, oh yeah, things are getting better, but they're not really getting better, I'm just not only lying to me now, I'm lying to you. And I don't want to be dishonest. I think I've said this in a couple videos, but I don't want to lie to you. I really don't. And I feel like that's unfair, because when I record these things, it's like me talking to myself. Basically me talking to a camera, and I make up for like 20 minutes. And it's unnerving to just watch yourself lie, because this is like, you're seeing this. And I don't want it to feel that way. So, this is anecdotal evidence that I want to try to actually work on my routines and try to find stability in a time where there's nothing but instability, and uncertainty. And I feel like a lot of people are trying to do that. We're all just trying to stay afloat. We're all just trying to do the best we can. But it's also hard too when you don't have that external factor that recognizes that, like, hey, I see you trying your best. I see you trying to do what you can. Which is why it's so important as well to recognize that in yourself. To say, holy shit, I actually did my laundry, or holy shit, I actually managed my depression and anxiety while also, you know, getting everything at work done, getting everything that I need to do for editing, or getting just whatever means that you have in your personal life. You know, congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back, because there's a lot of bullshit going on right now. There's a lot of awful, horrible things going on right now. And so in times like these, I feel like it's even that much more important to congratulate yourself and to realize that everyone is going through a lot right now as well. And so while we're trying to take everything in stride, we can celebrate our small successes. And whatever success may mean to you is different. You know, it's not just monetary, or it's not just life milestones. It's a number of things. I have a little bit of transfer, but that's okay. I feel like I'm done. I might do a little bit more off camera, but I think this is as symmetrical as it's gonna get. I don't feel like doing mascara. I kind of just want to keep it like this, just a little editorial. I wanted to do like the full lid, but I feel like this is pretty fun. I'm trying to find my glasses. Where? Oh, they're there. Oh yeah, I do have a little bit of transfer, especially on this side, because my eye gets like oily throughout the day. So if I had like actual liquid liner, I think this would look even better. But this is also like a fun kind of just like, it's like liner, but it's like eyeshadow, and I don't know. I tried to get it as symmetrical as I could, but obviously, it's not. But again, we're not aiming for symmetry. We're not aiming for symmetry. We're aiming for a fun, different, not necessarily avant-garde, but something that's fun and that's not what we usually do. And I feel like I don't ever really do eyeliner like this, or just a look like this in general. So this is fun, this is interesting, this is cool, this is quirky, it's different. But thank you for listening and hearing me ramble. And I know you're not my therapist, but again, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for just being here with me. I really do appreciate it. I have 176 of you now, so if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. And I really, really do appreciate you. Keep on being here every week if you would like. And I am going to try to do 2 videos a week if I can, and if not, 1 video a week. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.